As I said in the last video, Gearbox has given us some amazing Borderlands DLCs in the past, but also there are a few outliers. One we will talk about in this video. Now also, if you guys are unfamiliar with what I'm doing here, pretty much I'm just like any other top 5 YouTuber at this point. I'm going through ranking every single Borderlands DLC from every single game, from worst to best, and today we are talking about the Borderlands 2 main story DLCs, such as Tiny Tina's, such as Hammerlock's, the list goes on. Now, of course, as I said in the last video, this is my unfiltered, unbiased opinion on my takes of these DLCs. Now, mind you, we will probably disagree. You can leave your list below in the comment section, and if you want to yell at me, go ahead, do it. I already know it's probably going to happen, at least with one of these DLCs. Now, let's get into the actual video. Quick edit ZK note right here. Just want to say real quick, shout out to Miqueagul for allowing me to use his gameplay for the first 2 DLCs that I will be talking about. I could have went through these DLCs, but honestly, I was too lazy, and this video should have been out a long time ago. So shout out Mick. All links will be down in the description below. So now let's actually begin the video. Now, of course, coming at number 5, I think we all saw this. It is Sir Hemlocks DLC. Now, again, I understand that people may be like, oh, you didn't put the giraffe DLC at number 5. Of course I didn't, because you know what? That has at least 2 redeemable qualities. Honestly, Sir Hemlocks DLC only has 1 redeemable quality and is the interfacer. The only reason why it's even on a DLC list like this. If I had it my way, I would just say, hey, it sucks, moving on. But I'm here to talk about it, and I'm here to verbally dismantle it with my vocal cords. Now, the whole aspect of Sir Hemlocks DLC is you're supposed to be on a hunting retreat with Sir Hemlock and hunting these animals. You kinda do, but then Professor Nakayama, the world's worst Hyperion scientist, decides to fuck with you, and he really wants to face a Vault Hunter, and then, you know, he falls downstairs and dies. Yeah, that's how you beat the DLC. And just right before that, you have Jackenstein, the world's worst Hyperion bullymong, weird monglet, super badass bullymong boss that is just terrible to fight, and honestly, I still don't understand how to kill him. Now let's talk about the raid bosses for a second. This DLC has 3 raid bosses, and all of them pretty much suck. You are lying to me if you have said that you have never once killed Verastus by cheating, using exploit, using a glitch, or using pimp hab. Honestly, I swear to God that this boss is unkillable. Now mind you, again, as I've shown in the past videos, I am a horrible Borderlands player, so that might be the main reason why I can't kill Verastus, but also, it's just a shit raid boss. I really don't like stalkers in general. Then we have Dexidius. Let's spend a lot of Iridium to have a big giant drifter boss walk around the map and really not do anything to you while you're Sniper Zero and you shoot him with a Tum Tum Muckamuck, which is also my favorite sniper inside the entire game. And then let's talk about how you get the Twister. Triple O is one of the worst bosses ever. As you can see in the gameplay below, I am not even showing you actual gameplay footage of me killing Triple O. I probably just put up a weird PNG image of him with him running around the screen right now. I cannot get this to spawn. I've spawned him twice in my entire year-long game time for Borderlands 2. This boss is utter shit, also drops the Twister. Why the fuck would anybody want that? Now, of course, people may be saying, I think you went a bit too hard. No, I don't think that I did. Because, moving into number 4, we got the Giraffe DLC, or Fight for Sanctuary, Lilith does this, and Lilith cries about Roland dying more. Honestly, this DLC, I don't know why Gearbox even made. If I'm being completely honest, the only 2 redeeming qualities is Ellie with a shotgun probably saying, you son of a bitch. That's the one, and then also we get to see Talon. Yeah, other than that, we also get the Hot Mama, which is a cool sniper rifle that talks to you and gets you hard while playing Borderlands 2. And yeah, also the Uranus boss fight. I'm honestly trying to come up with redeeming qualities of this DLC and why it's at the 4th spot and not the 5th spot. Hey, look, EtterZK here again. Now, mind you, yes, I talked about some redeeming qualities, but the best redeeming quality is the War Crimes Grenade, aka the Anti-Fection. This grenade can honestly wipe out an entire 25x mob like that. Now, did I play through the DLC and get this? God, no. I hate this DLC. But, you know, it's another one that I can add why it should be number 4 and not number 5. But furthermore, just talking about this DLC, I've realized that, honestly, both these DLCs have very few redeeming qualities, and I don't even know why I'm wasting my breath on them. Now, swiftly moving on to number 3, we got a banger of a mid-DLC, pretty much. Yes, Mr. Torg Campaign of Carnage DLC is pretty fun for about 1 to 3 playthroughs, especially if you're doing every single playthrough on one character. Now, yes, this DLC is incredibly witty and has fun dialogue because Mr. Torg just decides to scream into his microphone about blowing random shit up and punching fat guys in the dick.
Now go punch some bad guys in the dick!
As a fat man myself, honestly, I would love to get punched in the dick by Mr. Torg. I feel like it would be a fun experience for me. But also, this DLC then involves the Cobra. Yeah, that pause was meant to be there, because the Cobra is one of the worst sniper rifles inside this DLC, and honestly, inside the game in general. It's stupid to farm, and honestly, I get no redeeming qualities from farming it, but let's talk about the actual story of the DLC for a second. You meet Piston. Piston cheats. Then Piston decides to say, fuck you, Vault Hunter, you're stronger than me, so I'm going to run around and parade like I killed the Vault Hunter, and the Vault Hunter's a little bitch. No, you then decide to face Piston after he killed the guy in the buzzard with a big-ass blimp and tried to cheat his way to a victory, and then you kill Badasaurus Rex, and then boom, big vault opens. I pretty much gave you the synopsis of this DLC, and that's why it's mid. Also, Pyro Pete decides to keep Moxie as a prisoner. Still don't know why he did that, other than he just wanted a second sponsor. Honestly, Pete, you should have went after Steve. You know, the Heyo guy from the Holy Saints bar. He's a better sponsor than Moxie could ever be. Now, yes, again, as I just said, Torg's DLC number 3. It's a mid DLC. There's really no good talking points, but there's also really no bad talking points besides the Cobra, I guess. Now, of course, moving on to number 2, we got Captain Scarlet's DLC. Yes, the titty goddess yacht queen herself. I'm sorry that I had to say that. I just had to. Go watch my Sandtalk video if you don't understand that joke. But this DLC, honestly, it's the first DLC inside Borderlands 2, and it's a certified banger. Certified hood classic, whether you want to call it that or not, or put it at number 3, 4, 5, whatever. Honestly, I'll even put it at number 1 if I damn so well please. But this DLC, honestly, with all aspects of it, is really fucking good and really fun. I absolutely love playing through this DLC. The only unredeeming quality about this DLC is Master Guy the Invincible, but I also did get to crush him with a giant gate, and then also Hyperius is pretty cool. Pretty much I just use him as a boring object for a lot of my streams, and also just a lot of this gameplay is probably me just boring straight through Hyperius because it's fun to do. And then also Hurley is a boss that everybody forgets, and it's really not memorable because it's a giant badass loader that decides to, you know, fuck off and die in one shot with a double penetrating unkept herald. Then also let's talk about the uniques for a second. The Sandhawk is one of the worst SMGs inside the game. Yes, again, watch my Sandhawk video, really good video. Then you have the Pimpernel. Pimpernel, one of the best sniper rifles inside the game. And then you have Captain Blade's Guns of Fuckery, which includes the Reaper and Orphan Maker, and then also the Midnight Star, which is a good one-life killing tool. Yes, I have died plenty of times with a Midnight Star in my hand, and I don't regret every single time that it's happened to me. It's happened more times than once because I suck at Borderlands. But other than that, this DLC is really good. I like the story of it, and also who could forget about the big-ass treasure room at the end. And also let's talk about Roscoe the Leviathan, Captain Scarlet, and one of my favorite pistols of all time, the Greed. That is honestly one of the best endings to any DLC inside Borderlands history, and I am willing to fight people on that. Not really, I'm super fragile and super shy. Please don't yell at me in the comment section for that. But now, of course, moving on to number 1, we got Tina's DLC. Everybody saw this coming. This, honestly, to me, culminated my entire Borderlands experience. This DLC really cemented why Borderlands 2 is my favorite game of all time, and Borderlands is my favorite game series. This DLC probably adds one of the most fun times I have ever had playing Borderlands, especially with all my friends playing it. And it just goes down as a good memory for me. I always go back to play this DLC. I always try to farm the magic missiles. All the unique drops I love using, especially the sword explosion, because who doesn't like it? And then also, who doesn't love playing as Zero, getting max damage on the handsome sorcerer with the lady fist? Again, this DLC is just really fun. The story has honestly made this person who is speaking into his microphone right now cry. And yes, I'm talking about when Tina comes to reality and understands Roland is dead and he is never coming back. So they have the little nice moment of Tina visiting Roland's grave, hugging Roland's statue, and then of course Claptrap, according to Marcus, has to ruin everything by saying I love you guys. Honestly, justice for my boy Claptrap right there. He's annoying, but also it's a pretty funny ending to a very, I would say, emotional DLC. Now with that being said, I hope that you guys did enjoy this little tier list video, aka just me ranting about DLCs that came out over a decade ago. But I do really hope again that you liked the video. Little me time right now, as I did in the last one. Thank you everybody for all the support on the last video. That actually means the world to me. We just recently hit 750 subs, and I hope that you like this series moving forward. I definitely want to add more of like my own like kind of ranting thoughts in these videos, which I did in this one. But if you guys don't like it, please tell me in the comment section. I'll just go back to kind of describing my gripes with the DLC and also describing why I like this DLC a lot, so it can be a more generic video. But seriously guys, thank you everybody for watching this video. It really does mean a lot to me, and thank you to everybody that stuck with me this far. I know it's a longer video, and I know I'm just kind of stretching out with ranting about this to you guys, but for real, this really does mean a lot to me if you guys sit here and do listen to this. Again, thank you so much for all the support on the last Headhunter pack video. I really do appreciate that, and also the max level video on Borderlands 3 is still chugging along excellently. We just passed 666 dislikes on the video because people don't understand what satire is. Also, the Borderlands 2 max level video will be coming out hopefully here in the coming 2 months, along with some other sex symbol videos that I have stashed away in the vault. Of course, about the Big Suck video, and also the Eden 6 video might be in production right now. I'm not so sure. But again, thank you guys so much for listening to me rant. I will stop taking up most of your time and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. I love each and every single one of you. Never fucking forget that. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye-bye.